Hello, this is Izzy Trades with another Ethereum market update. Today is the last day of this month of September, so we literally only have like 1 hour left in the day, and it's looking like we're going for um this is what we're gonna look like. Like this is what the month of September looks like on the monthly frame. So we have a bearish month. Um, and that I feel like that's really similar to what happened down here. It was kind of a doji. This is kind of a doji, right? It doesn't really go too much above or below the previous candle. This one kind of did, but Um, and then we continued with our bull flag. So my hope and what I'm thinking or hoping for is that um, we will uh, continue with that idea of being in a bull flag and push to the upside. So again, what to look for this following month is going to be going above or below this previous candle here, where I think if we go below, I think we can go as low as 3K, and if we go above, then we get as high as 6K. Where I think going up is probably a little bit more realistic. What gives me confidence is looking over here at the Bitcoin versus Ethereum chart. So once this month closes, I feel like it's very likely that, just like this side, right? We had our big dip down, then we've come up, right? And then we had that one green candle before coming down, right? So I think we're going to have one red candle before going up and rejecting this. So, right, we have rejected this. This traded here for, a couple of months before going up here. So, from here, um, I have a feeling that, we are going to reject this bit here, which is about 50% on Bitcoin. So, and then when we look at what's happening in the Bitcoin chart is we are very much consolidating, right? We're hitting this ceiling up here, um, at the $17,000 level. We're bouncing off of the 100K level right here. I think this is a breakout, and we're just holding the line, right? Let's go into different frames just to kind of confirm. So on the weekly, right, so we've come up and now we've retested this area. So I feel like it would kind of make sense for us to, pop up from here, but it's very possible that we come down and actually retest 100K. I feel like that's very likely as well. I, however, don't think that we're going to be coming down to these like the 90K levels. But again, I feel like that's possible as long as we don't cross underneath here. But right, nobody's really thinking that that's going to happen, especially when you look at the fear and greed index. Right, we just hit another low, another dip in the in the fear um, and greed index. Right, even more so than before. So I have a feeling that for Bitcoin itself, we're looking at consolidating in this area, maybe the full range of from 100K to 120K. But then from there, we're looking for the next leg up to 135K or so. And right, so in that being said, following the same logic. So that's a 20% boost from here. And we're looking for Ethereum to get about 30% better. So basically, in Ethereum, we're looking for another one of these candles here, right? This 48% candles that happen, which would match up because if we were to go up, even just matching Bitcoin, going up, I think that I said 20% or so. Let me recalculate it. Let me make sure I got this right from here to 35, 17%, right? So around 18%, around 20-ish%. So on if we were to go up around 18 to 20% from here, we would be, breaking all-time highs or at least testing all-time highs. So, and what I'm saying is I think that we're going to get 30% on that, so 50% up, which matches up with the price target of 60K. So that's really what I'm on the lookout for, and why I'm buying here and hoping, right, maybe to get, if it dips, to get those lows. And if you look at the what's kind of happening with the price, I think that it's showing that that's kind of the case, right? We go low and we bounce up. We go low. There's a lot of volume. This seemed like the volume of a breakout, but now we've broken right back in, and I don't know. It seems like we really are looking like people are buying these levels. Like people are buying these levels. What this is showing is we're bouncing off of the previous resistance here, which on the weekly frame is the classic bull flag target, right? You come up, from your previous high right here. You shoot up, and then when you come back down, you usually retest the top of the previous like flag, you can say, right? So like theoretically, right, we came up from here, and this could technically have come back and retested this area, and it would make sense before coming all the way up. But we didn't do that, but it's now doing that here. And so this would make sense. And I think that this is possibly the story that is happening right now for the bulls. But we'll see, like it's very possible that this week ends up being, the start of October ends up being, bearish, and we push past this previous low. We test these lows down here, possibly breaking into this range, or this is where we get 3K, possibly breaking into this range to then retest, right? So saying that this whole thing is from this consolidation here, and that we might come back down and retest these levels down here. I think that that's probably the most bearish scenario that can happen. But from how bullish things are looking, we'll see. Like these are some really big wicks. Now, that being said, going into my own trades, I do trade Ethereum on 5x leverage, and yesterday I took out at the top here at 42, cutting losses, by the way, because my position is up at 43.50. So this is how I cut my losses. I kind of sell as we go up. I never like to sell at the bottom. In fact, I bought a little bit down there, and I saw that we were at the top, right at this area here, at the top of here. So I was like, okay, well, that makes sense to go ahead and sell at this level, because we're probably going to be in this range. And, here we are in this range. So for my trades, my plan is to just wait this out. Wait out this consolidation here. I think it'll take around the same amount of time. So this was 2 days of consolidation. So yeah, I think maybe on the first or the second, we'll see actual breakout of this area. And I think, in my opinion, most likely we're going to be going to the upside. Again, I think maybe testing this 400. And in my opinion, I think that we're actually going to break through it, which is why I took this sell limit. The sell limit is now at at 0.2. I had it at 0.4 before, especially because you can see the 400 EMA has kind of moved down. So now I actually have to move this down a little bit. Um, so that's what I'm doing with my trades. Still, in the red, but give it some time. I think that we're going to be popping up to 40, 43, popping up, touching, tested, like popping, basically something like this, right? I think that we will pop through the simple moving average on the 4 hour time frame, retest, and then continue to the upside, to kind of continue in this range, and then maybe see if we can test these previous highs up here at 46. Um, I mean, that's what I'm hoping for, obviously, right? I'm long, so yeah. I think that's pretty much all that I have for today. I hope your guys' trades are going really well, whatever you're trading, and I hope that this is helpful. Subscribe if you enjoy this content, and feel free to leave comments or anything like that. Peace.